Let's go with our topic today.
Here we go. Yes. When I was having a conversation with my friend about a new relationship he was involved in, he was talking about, well, at first it was this, it was this, it was this. And then we got together and then we got into arguments. I said, wait, there are 5 steps to every formation of every relationship. And everybody has to hear this because it is so significant whether you're talking to a team or whether you're talking to one person. Every relationship involves these 5 steps. The first one is forming. Oh, yeah, I really like that person. That person's so nice, and this, and this, and this. And you think the person is great, and you're looking forward to seeing the person again or the team again. But the next step is storming. That's when you start to get to know each other and you find out, he does this, she does that,
Hmm.
and I don't know about this. And now you're starting to become transparent about who you are, to talk to one another, and you find out, oh no, we don't agree on a lot of things. The conflict is necessary, and I am going to underscore this. In every single relationship, conflict at the beginning is necessary to understand who is where. It's not just, oh, I'm in love, or oh, we're going to do this major operation for this company. It's not that at all. You start forming the organization of 2 people or many people, then you get into storming. And that is normal and natural. However, if you storm out, then you're ruining the whole opportunity because the third one is norming, where you come into some normalcy and you agree or disagree or agree to disagree. But you're human and you're interacting perfectly with one another. Finally, everything's revved up and the two of you or the many of you are performing. And then the end part, fifth step is adjourning. So you're adjourning when you have achieved your goal, or you get married and you are adjourning that getting to know you part. Now you're trying to have a life together. So every single relationship, forming, storming, norming, performing, and then finally, hallelujah, adjourning. Questions?
Oh, I mean, so let's talk. I mean, so you're telling me every client that comes on board, and let's not talk relationships like, let's just talk client
Okay,
relationships because I've new onboardings almost every
perfect.
day.
Perfect.
When you basically in that get to knowing phase, you can't expect to ask for certain things or expect certain
No,
things at this point, and you have to see where
you know
maybe
why?
maybe things were not explained right, or maybe
Well,
things should
wait,
be tweaked right, or
that's
how
not
can we?
even, it's not even that. You meet somebody for the first time and you're on your best behavior. You want that person to like you. You want that person to accept what you have to say and what you have to offer. So all of that part, that the forming stage is a whole bunch of bullshit until you get through to the transparency. But you're not going to get there until you open up your mouth and you say, wait a minute, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. Well, what do you mean by that? Or how do you mean? And then there's the storming state. Now, storming can be, or it could be a little disagreement here or there, but it has to happen
Yes.
because otherwise, you guys are not transparent. And you're going to find out down the road. And when I am in doing this for companies, and when they are down the road a little bit, they find out when they are in the midst of performing, they didn't even know each other. I have heard this so many times from people who have said, well, we went out and I thought I knew him. I didn't even know him, or he didn't show me his real self. Well, that's because everybody was on their best behavior, little prancing around in the best way possible, and you don't know the person at all. You've got to spend time with getting to know the person, getting to know what's really happening.
Okay. Makes complete sense.
I know
When
after the
somebody,
fact it makes sense, right? But
I
while
mean,
you're
but I
going
mean,
through
like
it,
in the relationship. So I look at things as, you're always on a very real expectation, get on top of it, move forward, really be on your best behavior to a certain point to see when there's flaws and see if those conflicts can work or not. And some clients just say, hey, we just know at one point it's not going to work. If it's a relationship, no, this is not going to work. This is a deal breaker. And that's what you got to kind of do. And
you have to do
yeah,
that.
but there's certain phases you can't just go and get it done because it's
No,
probably a
because
couple months, 3 months, four
it,
months, and then finally you get it.
it could be that because that person doesn't trust you yet to tell the biggest, deepest, darkest secrets of his business to you. So, oh yeah, everything's fine, everything's fine. We're just calling you in to do blah 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 blah. And you don't realize that you're not being handed the truth. So then you end up looking like a jerk because you can't solve his problem because he never really showed you what his real problem
The,
was.
the the good
Hasn't
news
that
is
happened to you?
I'm very good at identifying that before the fact. I know and I understand and I go and take them down that journey. And I understand where I need to get them, where that relationship comes to the finally they finally see it.
But it takes time.
It takes
And it
time.
cannot be rushed.
It
And
cannot
these
be rushed
people,
because you'll tick someone off.
we laugh about Hollywood and how they have instant relationships, then they divorce, then and 2 months later they're madly in love with somebody else and they're off to get married after 2 months of not knowing each other really. And it's impossible. Why don't we all do ourselves a very big favor and chill out? Let the universe take its course. And what is the hurry? You can't hurry, as the song, you can't hurry love. You can't hurry business either. You can't hurry relationships. Things happen. And the way of the world, something happens in the world. Something upsetting happens in politics and you want to talk to the person. Then you find out the person doesn't agree with you at all, and then you're really at each other's throats. But that could have been avoided had you
Totally.
recognized there is a storming phase to every single relationship that's successful.
All right. Well, I think that that's something people got to go to drgilda.com. And if you're a business owner, the mistake you make is your customers, not just if it's clients, but if it's customer based. Do you really know does your customer really know, like, and trust you? And if you get a customer and then there's a huge amount of churn, there's something you're doing wrong. Don't blame the customer, blame yourself. Customer's always right. It's still a good saying. Sometimes they're not. There's going to be some outrageous ones, but you got to figure it out for yourself and do some self
Well,
evaluation.
here it goes back to Shakespeare, know thyself. I mean, you have to know what you can do, what you can't do. Look, you and I just had a talk about what our initial attentions were, and then we kind of got sidelined because both of us fell into the trap of, oh, creativity, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And then I had to realize, no, I don't want to do
You
that.
had to realize it. I
It had
couldn't
to be
realize it
me.
for you. I couldn't do it
Yeah,
for
you
you
were the motivator, and I couldn't see through all the things you were suggesting I should do. I couldn't get through it.
because
And then
sometimes it's the
it's
people you're
fine.
spending the time to with that are telling you something else and you're busy chasing versus, okay, I need to change. And there you go. Period.
So it happened to me this morning, and now it's happening to us in our relationship, you and I, and it happens to every single
No,
business
absolutely.
relationship.
And you
Every
got to be
single
well, but see, the ones that are not willing to go through the relationship will never have success.
they don't understand. They can't instantly open a book and say, well, here's a
Even the
textbook.
biggest jerk in the world is a business owner knows how to at least satisfy their customer or their client.
That
Maybe
is
everyone else around their organization, they might not, but I don't know any business person that is not good, at least with their, if they make good money with their customer or client, meaning they have a struggling business. Bottom line. So
well, they have to understand who they're talking to. This is all part of the speech that I'm making next week to an organization. They have to understand who they are. what they're all about before they bring that to anybody.
All
This
right.
is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I excel in, but I can't do what you're asking me to do.
All right.
So that's
Absolutely. You've nailed it. DrGilda.com. Appreciate it, Dr. Gilda.